is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed fight night, and we have a special match for you guys. This is Core TCG's Store Championship Finals, Grand Finals. On the right-hand side, we have Whitebeard coming by no surprise, and Katakuri on the left, which is a bit of a shock to me. Obviously, Katakuri is a Tier 1 deck, but, you know, the fact that it's been able to last this long is pretty impressive regardless. And we see the Whitebeard passing turn with no EZO, of course, taking its own life. We see the pudding coming down off the Katakuri, getting the Opera being a really good card because it is a 4/6 being able to hit. Being able to hit that Whitebeard is very, very good. But quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost, DXN Provisions, the only place where I get all my sealed product. And guys, if you are interested in OP05, DXN has pre-orders live on their website, so if you're interested in that, check the link down below. Now, Whitebeard did swing just now for 9k, and Katakuri's going to take it, of course, passing turn, taking his own life. And now we see the Opera coming down, like I said before, choosing not to apply any pressure, just to drop that 4/6. And we see a 7k swing coming down, and he's going to drop 2 cards to not take it. And we see the Atmos, of course, Whitebeard passing turn, taking another life, currently now sitting at 3 life to Katakuri's 4. And now Katakuri's at a 6 on turn, 6 on turn being not the most important. He has some plays, but we see the 6k going into life, and now it looks like we're gonna see a 8k swing going into life, checking top life, deciding whether he wants to leave at the top or the bottom, and he's gonna leave at the top, most likely being a trigger. Ace taking that life. Ace is saying, you know what, I have nothing to worry about. I'm gonna take all this life. I'm gonna try to make your 7 cost, 10 cost big moms kind of irrelevant here. And now we see the 7k swing going into life, and he's going to take it, actually choosing not to get rid of that Opera and just going for life. And we see him pitching 2 more cards, and we see Marco coming down with 1 active. We all know what the 1 means. It's most likely a Radical Beam or some sort of event card that can get him out. And now we're at 8 Dawn turn. Very, very important turn here. He can play 8 cost Katakuri if he has it. He can play, 2/4 costs. It really all depends. Is he going to be going for the Atmos? Is he going to be going for the leader? Very, very crucial turn. And we see an AK swing, finding out what he wants to do. We probably won't know just because they're both at 6k, that being the leader and Atmos. Checking the top life and putting it at the bottom, actually. And we see the guard point coming down, so we will never know what he was swinging at. Most likely, probably the Atmos. I don't see why you wouldn't swing at the Atmos, try to get rid of that pressure. And we see the Smoothie swinging for an 8k swing. Like I said, most likely at the Atmos. And this is very interesting because choosing not to play another body and choosing to bump up your characters is very interesting. I don't know actually who wins this matchup. I don't know who has the winning matchup. I would imagine Whitebeard is winning this matchup, but it seems like it could be 50-50. But getting back into the match, we're going to actually counter out of it with the 2k Makino and that Atmos in hand, and we see a huge 8k swing once again. Debating, and it looks like it's going to be at the Atmos, blocking here, trashing the ace to keep it alive for that revive, of course. And then we see the pudding coming down to grab that Opera from hand again. So now it is very interesting now what this digital ace guy is going to do. Is he going to go for boards, characters on the board, or is he going to go for life? And now he's at, I believe, his 9 Dawn turn, I believe. Yes, he's at his 9 Dawn turn now. I don't see why he would play the Whitebeard if he has it. And no, we see the ace coming down. Target is going to be the Opera and the Smoothie. 6k going into the Opera, taking it down. 6k into the Smoothie. It does, of course, go down. And now his whole entire board presence is completely gone because of that ace. And now we see a 7k swing into the lead here. And now Katakuri is going to have to ditch 2 cards in order to not take a life. And we see him taking life, going down to now two cards in life, of course. And we see the Whitebeard search here, searching top 5 for a Whitebeard pirate card, that being Marco. Such a broken card in this deck, so good. And passing turn with 1 up, of course, with having that 1 Marco. And yeah, we have these little weenie attackers now. What are we going to do with them? He's at his 10 Dawn turn. Is he dropping Big Mom if he has it? Is he spinning the Marco back at the top of the deck if he has the Katakuri? What are we doing here? And I mean, Katakuri has a ton of cards in his hand, no doubt about that. He's got to have something. We saw the Strusen in hand, 2K counter, of course, and we see the we see a 7K swing over here. He's gonna counter out of it, and I'm sorry, it's a 6K swing. I thought that was 5 there. Yeah, just counting out of that with that 1K, and we see an 8K swing here, checking top life, leaving it at the top, and we're gonna guard point it out actually. And let's see, are we gonna commit to the third swing with the? Yes, we are. We're hitting another 6K swing, and we're gonna counter out of it with the Marco. And now we have essentially 2 puddings. It is extremely easy for Ace to get rid of these characters on the board. Extremely easy. Let's see exactly how he's going to approach the situation here. Is he going to go for life and ignore the 2 small bodies? Like I said, Katakuri does have a ton of cards in his hand at the moment, but he is pushing lethal here. I mean, he has 4 attackers on board, and we see a 7K swing into life, and he's going to counter out of it with the Strusen and the Mermaid, of course, that being 8K, and we see a 9K swing going into life here, and now he's going to have to dump 3 cards in his hand if he wants to not take that life. So we're going to probably see him take the life here. I don't see him really dropping his whole hand for this one attack, because most likely the next following attack he's going to swing extremely heavy with that Whitebeard. Yep, so we see him taking it, and then no, we see just a 7K swing going into life here, something very light, making sure that he takes 2 cards out of his hand, of course, and then we see another Marco in passing turn. So yes, so we have 2 Marcos now. We're at a worse position than we were before, actually. Katakuri now has way less cards in his hand, and let's see if Katakuri can get this out of the bag here. We see it looks like going to be another 6K swing going into life. Where is Katakuri's big bodies? Did he not see them? I don't think he did, honestly. I don't think he has anything too big in his hand. We know that he had the Opera in his hand that he did pull from the second pudding, but maybe just it never felt good playing it. Not too sure. So let's see here what he can do. Is he just going to go for 6-6-8 again? Is that the play that we're going to see? I mean, even if he tries to go for the Atmos here, he has the blockers. So essentially, it's looking pretty rough here, almost unwinnable here with the Radical Beam coming down. Of course, even that +4. And it looks like, yes, we see another 6K swing counting out of it with the Jozu in hand. And yes, I would have to say this is looking extremely rough for the Katakuri. I mean, the life has to be insane. And even then, I think it's just kind of wraps here. Even if he just swings with everything at base, I think he just wins. So we see a 9K swing going into life. He's going to have to pitch 3 cards out of his hand in order to keep that last card alive. And no, he's going to take it, and it's actually, wow, wow, okay, so he's actually going to be able to recover a card from life here from the deck by trashing 2 cards, and we see another swing here, getting rid of 2 cards in his hand. We see a 7K swing here with only 1 card in hand, and now he has to take it. What is in his life right now? And it's actually a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt getting rid of that Marco, but it does not matter because we see the 10K swing going into life. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP03 content coming out soon. See ya.